The only thing that customers really care about is the outcome. Just let me ask you a silly hyperbole. If you had some disease, insert random disease here, and I said, okay, we can solve it via a pill, or you can have this little drink, or we can do a small injection, into your thigh. Do you think that the end person who's suffering with this illness cares how they receive treatment? Not if the problem is bad enough, right? They always just want the solution. Now, there is this little mini portion in here, which is also very important, which is sometimes they have preference though, which is the whole, hey, I do want this problem solved like crazy, but if I could have the pill, I'd rather have that than getting, stabbed in the thigh with a needle. Great. That makes sense in the context of, the way that they want to receive the value. But the fact that they wanted to receive the value and would do almost anything to get it, that remains unchanged throughout the whole process. This just goes to really highlight the point that it doesn't matter how you solve your customer's problem. It just matters that you do. Now, the advanced version of this is, hey, you should solve it in the best way that you can. But I'll just give you the easy example. Reddit, Craigslist, any website that you've seen that is just light speed ugly when it comes to UI UX, but people still use, you want to know why? Because the problem was bad enough that even imagine if the only solution in my silly example was getting a needle, right? Getting an injection to cure XYZ disease. It's like, great. I know I don't really like needles, but I also really don't like having this disease, therefore hit me, right? In the same idea, man, I really don't like the way that Reddit works, but I really need to ask someone what video game they'd recommend, blah, 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 blah. It's like, great. You are finding a reason to use the system and putting up with the inefficiencies in between. Reddit then can take that and go, hey, our customers are using it. Now, how do we make this better? In the same way, maybe you're making a fitness app. Maybe you're making a healthcare app. Maybe you're making a financial consumer app. Sometimes the problems that you're solving are big enough that customers will tolerate inefficiencies and pain points and these little frictions. And that's a great place to be, because then the problem is real and worth solving. Now you have all of this valuable work and all this time where you can just sink into, now how do I perfect this experience? How do I make it so not only does the customer really want the solution, but hell, maybe they even enjoy the process of getting there. That is the essence of being that giant, huge, very successful founder.